morning everyone, another founder in car, and today we will discuss automatic versus manual transmission. So it all started with manual transmission, but after a while, especially in the United States of America, they developed an automatic transmission, which in the past had drawbacks. Slower shifting, but also a lot more weight was in there and worse fuel consumption. In the current day and age, this is no longer the case. The fastest cars have a dual clutch automatic system and they shift extremely rapid. Also, they can have more gears than you normally have in your manual transmission. So they can keep revs low, but also revs high if you want to extract most out of the power band of the engine. There are even transmissions that can be on full power all the time. CVT transmission, for example, that's in a lot of economy cars, like the Prius. The benefit of that CVT transmission is also that it's very lightweight and works incredibly well with a hybrid powertrain. So this could also be a benefit. But those dual clutch transmissions, for example, that are now the pinnacle of automatic transmissions, if you look at performance and fuel consumption, if you discount the hybrid models, which I referred to before, which are best married with the CVT system, also the double DSG double clutch type of transmission, also PDK from Porsche, is able to cope also with an enormous amount of torque, which CVTs often are limited to. And this type of transmission is, for example, if you are in third gear, then it already has second gear and fourth gear pre-selected, so it can go every way that you want to go in a very rapid manner. So, is there only benefit in having an automatic transmission? There are a lot of benefits. An additional benefit is that normally the clutch is no longer needed because it's automated. Sometimes they have robotized automatic transmission and they still need the clutch, and that's also one of the worst automatic transmissions that is currently available. So you have a lot of benefits, better performance, better fuel consumption, also a lot easier driving. You can drive with only your brake and your gas pedal. You don't need a clutch anymore. And of course, you also have ease of use. That you, for example, in traffic jams, it's so much easier. That's what the benefits are. The drawbacks are normally higher cost to begin with. You lose a little bit of the interaction, or a little bit, it can also be a lot, because if you have a good shifting manual transmission, it's for a lot of real enthusiasts a very nice way to travel, better than automatic transmission, because you feel a lot more involved, because you're doing extra labor, so to say. So the drawback that it's extra labor will reduce the comfort, but it will give you more interaction. Another benefit of a manual transmission can be because it's oftentimes a lot more simple, and also when something goes wrong, the costs are a lot less. So I mentioned that you have a clutch, of course, so your clutch will wear out in time, but you also have a lot of benefits because these dual clutch systems are very complex and also expensive, and they will also wear and tear after a while. There's something else also occurring, of course, and it's also making the trend towards automatic transmissions a lot more rapid. If you look at electric cars, almost all electric cars, for example the Taycan, has some gears, but all the other ones have one gear, or almost all the other ones, including Teslas, most Teslas, and also including, for example, your run-of-the-mill Zoe Leaf of Nissan, and the other ones like 208, E208, etc. with that electric engine that is giving power all the way to the rev range, and especially in low down, you can get away with one gear. That's of course a lot more simple than an automatic transmission in its classic way, but it does mean that you don't have to shift gears anymore. So it could be classified as an automatic transmission or one speed. Me personally, I really like what the automatic transmission can do for us, but I just bought this car, and this car has a 6-speed manual transmission, and I wanted to have that feeling one more time. And why? Everything will be digital, everything will be electric in a while. I also had a Tesla Model S before this, a very nice premier electric car, and now I shifted back to a gasoline powered engine with a hybrid function as well, so I get some benefits that electric cars also have. So when you release the gas pedal, you will recuperate some of the energy into the batteries, because you also have an electric engine that can push power in, but can also extract power from the wheels where you're not needing them to fill the electric batteries again. So I wanted to have a lightweight car one more time, and also a manual transmission for the purest driving experience, and also because I really like Suzuki cars. This is my fourth Suzuki, sportive Suzuki in the Swift region, the Ignis that I had two of, Ignis Sports. This is a Swift Sport again. It's also named Swift in Japan. So this is a really nice type of car, and also because it's extremely lightweight, this gives you a very pure driving experience. Of course, electric cars are normally quite heavy because they have to carry that battery. The batteries are a lot less energy dense than gasoline is. But if you are able to get an ICE car, internal combustion engine, so normally gasoline or diesel powered car, you're often very able to get to your purpose from A to B in a lot lighter way. When you look at the top segment, for example Audi A8 and Citroën, those cars are still quite heavy, and then it's not such a big thing in reducing weight. But if you would have a similar car like this Swift Sport, like a 208 electric, then you will be carrying, I guess, 1400 kilograms. I think even 1500 kilograms when you have an electric variety thereof. So this car is below 1000 kilograms, and that's 1500 kilograms. So that means that the E208 is half times heavier, and that is something you will feel. The center of gravity is very low, of course, because electric car has the batteries normally in the shell below your seat. So in the bottom, skateboard design. But also, for example, this car, it has the battery below my seat, and it is already quite light, so you have a very low center of gravity. You can also lower the car a little bit, which you can also do with the E208, of course. But this will feel so much more nimble in turning, and especially when you will push it, because an electric car can feel very direct. Often it's quite stiff damped, and also it has this low down center of gravity. But if the bend pushes wide, this often is not a nice thing to have. Another benefit of a manual transmission, and then I will close this topic, is that you are in charge. You will decide if this is the best speed to be in and what gear you want to be. So for example, if you're driving on the track or you're doing your own roads and you want to decide, I want to stay in third, you will stay in third, even though the automatic transmission will flip to fourth, fifth or sixth again when you are not on the gas, because it will prefer economy all the time. And that's a good thing. So you don't have shifts in a corner, in a tight bend, if you don't want them to be there. so you can have this power uninterrupted. And you can also decide if you want to have more engine braking or whatever. So there are quite a lot of benefits on both cabs. I will summarize them again. So the best automatic transmission has better fuel economy, better performance, and a lot more comfort. And the manual transmission gives you more drive involvement, lower costs also in acquiring the car, but also maintaining it, and it will be something that is going to go away, so it's a limited experience. Hope you like this video. Have a great day. Foundry Car out.